So the North Pole is at the very center of the flat Earth, and most of you flat Earthers out there are aware of that concept. If you don't believe in the flat Earth, then you probably believe that it's the very top of a ball. So that is where the North Pole is. But if you look, I've seen a few people try to say it's the Mandela effect. They'll try to say that they somehow, somewhere, for some reason, that the North Pole doesn't even exist anymore. And they say that because on Google Earth it's missing. So I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna show you on the globe theory that is in fact the North Pole, and it's there's nothing there. There's no ice. There's no polar bears. There's nothing. I know some people might say that the North Pole melted, that it was ice caps, it was global warming, and it disappeared. But if you look at it, all this darker blue color, that it doesn't have anything associated with it. There's no land, there's no ice, there's just nothing. So in my theory, what I believe is that the North Pole actually got taken out of these maps, and I'm going to show some proof because the North Pole, it's not a Mandela effect that, one reality the North Pole existed, one reality it doesn't exist. The North Pole has always been there, but over the last few hundred years, there's been a cover up of what's really up there, and we're gonna be looking at a few pictures that are of the North Pole because yeah, thank you guys for following me, getting on. And so the North Pole, here's a picture. I want you guys to look at that. So this is a picture of Polus Arcticus. So it'd be the Arctic Pole. And what's going on here is that you got a continent or something up here. You got four different, you got a river that divides in four different ways, and you got one mountain or something in the very center. And what's so weird about this is how it's not on any maps anymore. All the maps that had it have excluded it. Let's see. Someone wants a shout out. Let's see. What's this? Charlie. Well, I can't. Charlie Puth, biggest fan. You have a shout out. Thank you very much. So what happened is back in the 1500s, this North Pole with the four-way cross. A lot of people. I don't even know what all the cross means. The cross symbolizes Yeshua. It symbolizes the Jesus of the Christians. There's the cross, but it also is back to the Garden of Eden. Back in Genesis 2, it says there's the river Euphrates, the Python, Hiddekel, forget the other one. There's these four rivers that flow out of the center of Eden, which is in the very center of Earth. And I want to just show you a few other maps of that are from a while ago, and we're gonna just do a let me just do an entire screen share, and so here we go. I'm just gonna be doing a screen share. We're just gonna be looking at pictures. It's called Mount Meru, and I don't know why it's called Mount Meru. If that's another conspiracy theory, I'm not really sure. But Mount Meru is supposedly this in the center. It's also Eden. Also, I don't know what else it's called, but anyways, this is the center of the flat Earth. If you see from this map here, okay, I don't know where this is. Okay, it's going to some other thing. Yeah, hopefully this is big enough. There's other videos on this topic. You can check them out for yourself. And what's going on here is that there's a mountain in the center that's got these four rivers, and it looks like it's really close. That's northern Alaska. If you can see my uh, cursor right there. There's Greenland, and that's all the continents. It's up there. It's not too far away. I want to see if I can get a better map. Uh, Here's another map. You can see Greenland's really close. Some of these maps actually show that Greenland's almost touching the very center of this northern plain. Now, I was looking at that there's some books out there of people that have supposedly gone up to the North Pole. Okay, like this map, it just shows Eden or Mount Meru. Greenland's here, very close, Canada. A lot of these, like this map here, this is from 1594, apparently, and it's got up here at the top of the world, it's got the North Pole. So this isn't a Mandela effect. It wasn't that it's never been a North Pole. We've never had it. We do have a North Pole. It's just that it's gotten deleted from our maps. And so, in order to figure out what's really there, we got a couple options. One is to just believe whatever the scientists say, just to believe whatever is out there, believe Google Earth that we don't have a North Pole anymore. It's gone. It doesn't exist. But I think that it's a better idea, instead of just saying that the North Pole doesn't exist, we need to actually go up there and see what there is for ourselves. And I know some people are like, "Oh, it's freezing cold. You're freezing up there and all this stuff." But there are stories of mythological lands like Asgard, the Garden of Eden, stuff like that, that apparently could be located in that general direction. I've talked to several flat earthists about this subject. To name one, Rob Skiba. Just 2 months ago, I had dinner with him down in Texas, and when I was talking to Rob Skiba, he was saying, well, I brought up the topic that I'd like to sail beyond the flat Earth, the circle, beyond to other lands, other continents, beyond the ice ring of the Antarctic Circle. But he was the one that really said to me that he would be more interested in the center. He said, look up the center, try to figure out what's in the center. So, I mean, this is just a short conversation. It wasn't, more than an hour or two that we had dinner, and then I haven't seen him since or anything, I was just with some friends down visiting, and I got to see Rob Skiba. And I've looked up other flat earthists, people like Jay Dreamers on YouTube. He's got 18,000 subscribers. I watch quite a bit of him. And he's talked about going up to the North Pole and then the south parts. And I am one to really try to figure out some kind of expedition, try to get there. I don't think we should just take people's words for it. Like, I've looked up things like there's Flat Earth Paradise, 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Has a bunch of theories about, there's the blood over intent, or that, we got to get back there when we time travel, or there's a portal to another universe in the middle. All these wild theories. But the truth is, unless we go there and see for ourselves, how do we know that any of it's true? And I don't know of anybody that's gone up there and said that it's just water and nothing's there. I don't know of anybody in recent times that's even been up there. Of course, there's been people that I probably just don't know about. But the truth of the fact is that in today's day and age, we need, especially the Flat Earth Society, we need Flat Earth people to go there and prove for a fact one way or the next. So, before I cut this off, I'd like anybody watching live to post comments or questions in the comment section, and I'd be more than willing to answer them. I don't want to go on for too long, just because if I go on for too long, nobody will want to watch it. But I'll go on for another maybe 5 or 6 minutes, whatever top of the hour is your time. Until then, I'm going to keep the chat open. I guess right now it looks like I got 4 people watching me live, so thank you to the 4 people. If you have something to say it in 5 minutes, because then I'll be gone and I won't be back for a little bit of time. So, back to this whole idea about proving for a fact that we're on a flat Earth, that there's something in the middle, that there's this hidden land, all these conspiracy theories out there. Well, what is it? Are we on a flat Earth? Well, I think that's pretty obvious to flat Earthists. Then to globe Earthists, we're just stupid retards. That we don't even know anything. We never graduated high school. I don't know how I got a high school diploma if I believe in a flat Earth, which there are college professors that believe in a flat Earth. But and scientists, laboratory scientists, they believe in the flat Earth, but they don't talk about that. But anyways, the whole point of this video is to say that there's definitely something out there. I don't see that it's a Mandela effect. Mandela effect crossed out. That there is something in the center of the Earth. There is land there. And I was just looking. It was a book that I had read. I was reading and listening to it online, and that, and it was saying that there was some guy with his son Olaf. I don't know if he's Icelandic then or English or whatever. Back in the 1800s, that he traveled up to this northmost continent, just followed his compass in a ship, traveled there to the northmost continent, and what he found in this northmost continent was this, Eden with the Hydakal, the Python, the Euphrates, these rivers intersecting, and then the very center was where the gods were, and these weren't just like pagan gods. I mean, there was a sense of they knew the mythological gods in the center, but they also bid these people Jehovah's speed, so they were believers in Jehovah. So it's not some mythological anti-biblical conspiracy. It is all biblical. It might not be Christian. It might not be like the Catholic, whatever. It might not be the, the Buddhist or the Muslim or the Hindu or all that stuff. But I believe that it's a point in history, where we got to go there for ourselves, because back in the 1800s, people did that. They went there for themselves, but then there wasn't things like YouTube and the internet to put the word out there. So, I got one person that's got a comment, and all they say is, "You're a fake." Well, to tell the truth, I am a real person. I'm not fake. If you're looking at me through a computer screen, it might seem like I'm fake because you can't really, shake my hand. You can't really touch me, feel me, see me in real life. But for your information, I am not an atomic robot, some kind of an AI, green screen based computer generated software. I really do exist. I can't tell you where I'm at or anything. I don't want everybody to come and kill me. But I am an American. I live in Indiana. I can tell you that much. And what I believe is that within the next year or so, I want to try to get a plan, organize an expedition, and I'd like to get some kind of an organization going to actually get there. I've seen online certain people that, they try to raise maybe $100,000, $1 million. Let's go. We're going to raise all this money. I'm not going to be raising money or anything. I'm going to be preparing on my own accord. I'm going to be saving my own money. If I could save $10,000, I'll, use $10,000 of my own money. If I could save $100,000 and make that much, I'll use my own money. I'm not going to use other people's money, because if you want to spend your money, you can go yourself. So, so that's basically my mentality, my theory, and everything is that I want to go, but I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be fundraising. I'm not going to be doing stuff to, get a bunch of people involved and have a bunch of people. I'd say that, maybe 5 or 10 people is all that I'd want to actually travel up there. I'd want to have gear. I'd want to have a mission, but I wouldn't even post the dates publicly. If it's a year from now, if it's 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, we're going to go, we're going to see the North Pole, and we're going to prove what's up there. But it's all going to be done in secret. I mean, not secret. There's going to be people that know, but it's not going to be public online, because, it's just crazy. You never know out there who might be watching, stalking you, wanting to go, kill you. And I'm not like Donald Trump. I don't have my own security. I mean, I am an American and I got my own guns. And traveling to the North Pole, I do believe if you travel through Alaska, that would be a good route. Just because we do have guns. I see some other thing out in the comment. It says you can't go there without permission from the government. Well, I will just tell you that I don't know what government you're talking about, because the American government is not connected with this. Some people are like, oh, the UN's up there, all this stuff. The UN's not up there. As far as I'm concerned, this is where, Thor and Odin Poseidon, all the gods dwell. Okay, I'm not talking about Yehovah. Yehovah is the God of God, King of Kings. I'm talking about the gods. The gods in Asgard, gods of the world, the mythological gods. That's where they're at. And if Donald Trump thinks he's got any power, he doesn't. Donald Trump is a puppet. If I asked Donald Trump, would you please let me go up to the North Pole? He'd be like, oh, you're stupid. I'm rich. I got money. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to kick the Mexicans out of the country. But the North Pole, it doesn't exist. You can't go there. It doesn't exist, is what he'd probably tell me. I'm not going to ask Donald Trump for, permission. Instead, I'd probably just get on a ship and go, okay? If you're on a ship and you're going, nobody's going to stop you. If anybody tries to stop you, I'd be going from an American ship from American territory. As an American, I think everything should be fine. If I was some, European or some Russian, I could maybe think I'd be afraid of my own government stopping. In America, we are technically free, and as long as I get on an American ship, either sail out of Alaska or go around Alaska, sail from California or Washington, take that route up. Northern Alaska should be right there to the North Pole. So I believe I've answered the questions, and that's basically it. I think this is running 16 seconds. Or no, 16 minutes, 21 seconds. Okay. I think this is perfect time frame. So please comment in the comment section if you either want to have some kind of a part to this expedition. If you have advice, email me. You could always contact me by my email. Contact me on Instagram or Facebook, or I do have a link to my P.O. Box. I will be changing this P.O. Box within a month. That right now it's in Vincennes is my P.O. Box, and I might be changing that. But as you send it there, don't worry about it. If I do change it to a different P.O. Box, all my mail will get forwarded. So that's how to contact me. And from there, any further information, I'll email anybody that emails me. I'll answer your emails. Anybody that comments, if you want to comment something and talk to me about it, I'm definitely open. It's not like I got 1 million subscribers and I got 1 million people trying to get a hold of me. I don't. So if you want to have anything to do with it, any information that if you're from Alaska, if you're one of the Americans watching from Alaska and you know anybody in northern Alaska that you could connect me with, I'd be very open to having some connections. So anyway, enough said. That is my conspiracy theory for today. Not much of a conspiracy theory, but it's more of an anticipation. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to check comments one more time. Nope, no more comments. So thank you all for watching. Yehovah be with you and keep you. And I will be back. Lahitraot. Shalom. Shalom.